Today I'm working on my E53 X5 2006. I'm going to remove the airbag control module the simple way. I had a couple faults, including internal control unit fault and a seat occupancy sensor. The seat occupancy sensor will not get fixed by removing this. It's actually in the seat, the passenger seat, but I'm going to get it coated out, which is possible if you know someone who's handy with BMWs. The first step is going to be to remove 2 nuts and 2 bolts from each of the seats. You'll need to leave the power connected to do this so you can slide them back and forth. I didn't have to remove the seat belt or the connector under here. I just put it in position so I can slide them both forwards in the passenger compartment as much as possible. Then you will remove the battery negative terminal, which requires moving the airbag compressor and then taking the negative terminal off and taking the spare tire out, of course. Now working in here, I remove these panels. There's 4 push pins, one's missing there on either side. Then there's a piece of carpet here. You need to make a slice about 1 inch just so you can get this pulled back. There are 3 studs holding down the module. This is the direction it was in. There are 3 nuts that I have removed, and I removed 2 of these 8mm bolts from right here on the blower motor, just so it can slide up a little bit. There's a little bit of play in there. That's what you need. Removed the 2 nuts on this side. I used a 10mm wrench, and then come over to the other side. Pull back the carpet and remove 1 more retaining nut that sits here on a stud. I used a socket for this one with a small wrench, socket wrench. There was not much clearance. This wire is a ground wire, needs to be installed again when you put it back in. Don't forget that. There's the connector. It has a push pin and a slide. You will disconnect the connector. You may have to move the module a bit to get it out. I'm not sure. And then I used a trim tool, this trim tool with a bit of a good angle on it to pry up the module so it clears the stud. We'll pry it up just so that the little hole clears the stud. Do the same on the other side. Pry it up, wiggle it around, and you can get it out on the passenger side. This took about 45 minutes. Which is much easier than removing the whole center console. Everything is still intact up here. I removed nothing else. That was the procedure. Hopefully it saves you some time. As for the module replacement, ensure you get the correct one. They may need to be coded, may not. You'll have to identify part numbers and stuff to make sure it's the correct one for your vehicle. But this will help you get it out in a fast and efficient way. Cheers.